Dele Farotimi, a beacon of light by Hosseini Rufai. Now to the news info. Renowned journalist and Arise TV anchor Hosseini Rufai has penned a glowing tribute to human rights activist and lawyer Dele Farotimi. Hosseini, in a piece titled Dele Farotimi, a beacon of light, eulogized the embattled activist in a poem that has generated applause from social media users. The poem comes amid the ongoing trial of the lawyer over alleged defamation of Are Afe Babalola's son. Chronicle NG reported that the seasoned human rights activist was incarcerated by the police for allegedly defaming Afe Babalola in his recently published book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. However, after spending weeks in police custody, the activist was granted a 30 million naira bail by a magistrate court sitting in Ekiti. Hosseini's now viral ode, which praised the activist for his doggedness amid his trial, reads, Dele Farotimi, a beacon of light, which with courage so fierce, it ignites the night. In the face of darkness, he stands tall, a voice for the voiceless. He answers the call. Unyielding in spirit, with words like a sword, he fights for justice, truth, and accord. Through trial and tempest, his resolve does not sway. Dele's courage, a beacon leading the way. Yes, so he's a great beacon of light. At least we can see by all the doings of these people that he's really a beacon of light. He exposed these people, and we saw in action the things I actually wrote about them in his book, that yes, he did not lie against these people. The judiciary is actually corrupt and are controlled by some certain set of people. And it was oblivious, it was so obvious in the way they treated Dele Farotimi just from December 2nd till the time that he was released. And now he's even been released, they are seizing his passport, telling him to pay 30 million naira, telling him to do this, not to talk to press, not to do anything. He's really a beacon of light. He's so courageous. Despite everything, he stood in his ground and said, yes, what I said, I am standing by it. It is not everybody that can do that. That will say, oh, yes, I said this thing and I'm standing by what I said. It's not everybody. Some people would falter in the face of fear and say, oh, I don't want to go to jail, and so I'm sorry for what I said. No, he stood. He was so courageous and said, yes, I said this thing. In the face of darkness, he stands tall. Yes, so he really does. He really did stand tall in the face of everything. He was not allowed to be silenced. He did not allow them to silence him and say, oh, and you have to beg us, you have to apologize to us for trying to defend my character, and then you have to withdraw your book. No. In the face of that, he stood tall, a voice for the voiceless. Yes, so because a whole lot of us, we have things in our mind that we cannot say, and we are so scared of these people because, of course, see what they did to Dele Farotimi, a known person, a son in the country. So imagine people like us that we cannot voice our mind out. He's the voice of the voiceless. He helped us to air our views, to say the things that we would love to say. He said it to them. He answers the call. Yes, so unyielding in spirit, very unyielding in spirit, with the words like a sword. He fights for justice. Indeed, he's fighting for justice, truth, and accord. And I know that someday, very soon, we are going to win the fight against injustice in this country by the grace of God. Anthony Joel Eboka says, yes, he is a beacon of light and hope, signifying a true voice in the wilderness, but hope to come into limelight, statesman angle. Yakubu Dauda says, Dele Farotimi, instead of being cowed, destroyed and buried by Afe Babalola, has been refined, yes, rekindled and promoted by Afe Babalola and Co. Nigeria Limited. Yes, so they don't know that they've actually brought this person to limelight. They've actually made him a national hero in disguise. That they don't know that the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Yes, so Reverend Dr. Otto says, I hope to be honest, Dele Farotimi is a man to be celebrated in Nigeria. His courage to talk to the Nigerian justice, the truth is rare. Even Peter Obi could not do it. Dele, you can be the hope Nigerian young will soon. Dele, you can be the hope young Nigeria will soon. But what? Emmanuel Etta says, thank you, Rufai. Dele, we are behind you, whether they allow you to speak with the media or not. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Oh. Enough is really enough in this country. Neko Osai says, Dele Farotimi'S is a legend. Some are happy because we lost Chief Kani. It seems we have lost everything. But God in heaven never forgets his children. Being oppressed daily, and some idiots will tell you, go to court. That is God showing his power. If only our so-called leaders will reflect how they come to the office, Nigeria would have been a better place. Brother Oseni, thank you for your didactic poem. God bless you. Peter Odbe says, how can a defamer become of hope? Abeg, shut up your mouth. He's a defamer. Did you lie against him? No, he did not. He said the truth. Our value system has gone down the drain. Abeg, let's hear what. Who's a defamer? Value system. Do we have any value system in this country? Which value system? You do not give yourself brain. Ephraim Makani says, very good poem to celebrate Dele Farotimi and give him the honor while still alive. Senior advocate of the masses, yes, so. Because it's not everybody that will have the mind to come outside and call these people out. And everything that he wrote in his book about them is playing out right in front of us like this. And some people are still too blind to see it. Sir Isaac Bright says, in the case of Farotimi, the court has weaponized bail as a means of political repression. His bail's conditions are antithetical to the core principles of fairness and equality and justice that should define the judiciary in democratic settings. The most egregious and ignominious aspect of the bail condition is the repudiation of granting media interviews. Like, you release somebody and then you are telling them not to grant interviews. Why? Why would he not grant interviews? It is really a bad bail condition. I don't like it. Such bail conditions are part of a broader strategy of intimidation, yes, and suppression aimed at stifling and gagging activism across Nigeria. Shame. It's a really big shame on them. It's a really big shame on them. Anthony Iluebunam says, they wanted to quench your light, but God said, Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọ̀lá believed in chariots and horses, but you, Farotimi, believed in Jehovah, and have now been made the head and not the tail to tread upon scorpion and serpent, called Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọ̀lá, but now has a lifting up. Yes, sir. Ora Conrad says, what are we protecting? Abduction of Dele Farotimi is a proof of the rot in the judiciary. It's a big rot. It's a really big rot, and that was what he said in his book. And now we can see it play out. A judge receiving a phone call telling us that he forgot his ruling book at home, and then he had to go and pick it. You want to go and make a judgment on somebody's case, and you don't have that. Is that not the first thing that you're supposed to pick from your house before you left the house? You told us you forget this, you did this, you did that. It's really a beacon of hope, and by the grace of God, one day very soon, everybody will have that mind to stand up against these people and say, yes, you people are bad, we don't want you anymore. And we are going to fight for our freedom from them by the special grace of God. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.